would you rather an artist put out 6 really developed tracks a year or 52 somewhat developed tracks a year? Or does it depend on the artist?
Everything depends on the artist, but I would say something cool is when you put out a project and it tells your story, but also you're the star of your own little world. Because, I can't tell people how many songs to drop, but what I will say is when these emerging artists do a mixtape or an album, and I'm mostly talking about hip hop, pop, hip hop, alternative rap, but it could be any genre. But when you do but I said mixtape, but you know what I'm saying? When you do a project, EP, whatever, and you get Drake on it, Wiz Khalifa, like someone big, Casey Musgraves, if you're not doing the rap thing, if you get Dua Lipa, if you get someone big, it's like, I don't like that. Some people might, but
oh,
it just
interesting.
Takes away,
wow.
Yeah, it takes away from everything. Like,
because then they become the star instead of you being the star. Wow. And people are listening because of Drake instead of because of you. Wow, that's really, and you're renting Drake's fans instead of creating your own fans. Wow, that is pointless. Super interesting, man. Yeah. And that's so many artists are trying to get that collab to. Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a waste of money to me because see, some people put out a tape, project, EP, and they have their friends on it, or they have ad libs, or it's like, I want to hear from you, and if anyone else is on this, I want to hear someone who knows you. You know what I mean? It's like that you're still the star, but maybe your cousin could sing or your mom could sing. It's like, I want every piece of this to go back to you. Because when you have Wiz Khalifa, or, I'm not trying to name too many names, but he's famous. So when you have some famous person do a track, a verse, and they never even met you, it's like what the hell? Like, I don't want to hear that. It's like if it's Future and Young Thug who are like best friends, I do want to hear that because it's all, I could hear it in your voice. I could really hear it in your soul. I could hear it in your heart, and I could tell when it's not real. And that's just the truth. So, it's like you got to put on your people, but also you have to be the star. And when you pull in all from all these angles, that's why sometimes people work with the same producer. It's because that's real. It's just like I could work with Bad Bunny's producer, but the producer I've been working with from the start, I mean, they know me. So if we're gonna make hits, we got to keep it going. It's like, but everyone's open. Like, you're open to stuff for sure, but it has to connect because the people hear that. Everyone could hear it. Really, you could hear it.
That is super fascinating. I think that so many people that are going to hear that are going to find that really interesting.